taking a look at some of the top bicycle helmets. Cask Infinity at 349 grams is $370. The Bell Zephyr 285 grams is also $370. The Giro Syntha at 272 grams is $270, while the Laser Z1 is 197 grams and $270. The Mavic Cosmic Pro 230 grams is $170. Rudy Project Sterling 290 grams is $295. The Giant Rev 280 grams at $170, while the UTAKFI Cyclismo at 220 grams is $29. Is that right? $29? Yep, that's right. There it is, shipped halfway around the world from China to Australia for $29, free postage. Get that, that's amazing. So why did I get it? Well, the guys I ride with normally, I've got another bike and it's red. My orange old Giro Livestrong is orange. Oh, that's it. You've got to get another helmet. The other one, the Laser Helium, that doesn't match either. Now the guys are on, you've got to get a helmet that matches the colour of your bike. Oh. Alright, so I didn't want to go and spend umpting dollars on buying another helmet. So I thought, let's see what I can buy from China and do a review for you guys. This was the best looking helmet I could find, and it come from AliExpress. Let's have a closer look at it. The primary function of a bicycle helmet is to protect your head, and this helmet covers that aspect well. As you pay more, helmets get lighter, more ventilation, a more comfortable retention system, and this UTAKFI helmet has all of that, and it looks good too. It has good coverage of the head, especially at the rear where a lot of helmets lack. This large back section of the helmet not only provides good protection, but has very large vent holes to suck away the heat from your head. One thing I always require, a personal thing about helmets, is when you're wearing your sunnies, and then if you go up a hill and it starts to get hot and sweaty, take your sunnies off and stick them in your helmet like that. That's just a personal thing. I like to be able to do that. No fiddling around, just quickly chuck them in your helmet and off you go. Some helmets, the holes are in the wrong position or they're small, and you're fiddling around trying to find where to plug your glass and end up all higgledy-piggledy, then they fall out on the ground, you've got to go back and get them. Anyhow, this one's really easy, just plugs straight in. So the other thing about this helmet is it's got 20 ventilation holes, which is really, really good. The other thing is too, these ventilation holes are not just holes, there is cutaways in the shell so that if the air flows above your head, wicks away the heat and then gets sucked out through the back. So plus for that as well, it's not really a cheap helmet. They have thought about the design and done that really well. So plus there. Having a look inside the helmet for comfort, there's perforated antibacterial padding, and although not overly generous, padding doesn't always equal comfort. I've got quite short hair, but on a long ride we did, I didn't feel any pressure points, so that's a plus. A plastic buckle, nothing unusual there, pretty much all the same and standard on all helmets. The chin pad, velcros on, undo it to expose the ends of the strapping so that you can adjust the length and the feel around your ears, etc. And the little elastic band holder for the ends of the straps. Put the velcro chin pad back on, and here's the wire adjusters. These are fully adjustable so you can get a nice comfort around your ears. Not all helmets have this, by the way. An example is the Cask Protone and Specialized AirNet. They're actually non-adjustable, so not all helmets have an adjustable wire buckle system there. Over to the retention adjusting knob now. It looks good and it's quite inconspicuous. It's easily adjustable with your fingers or with long fingered gloves, but I did find it difficult to adjust with thicker winter gloves. The helmet strap's a bit different. Instead of being just one thick strap, it's sort of open in the middle, so I'm guessing it'll be a bit cooler and a bit lighter. As with most of the helmets these days, you just plonk it on, do the little twisty thing up at the back so it fits nicely. And it does. It fits nicely all the way around. Really good. And even without the straps done up, it's not going to fall off there. Anyhow, so you do your straps up. The other thing is wearing something underneath. So your weekend warrior cap, whichever way you want to wear it. Often wear it backwards in the summer. You can put it over your neck to shade from the sun. The other thing is with these things, can't see where you're going half the time. You flick it up like that, it's uncomfortable, it pushes in your brow. But anyhow, that's another story. Let's try it on with this. Yeah, no, it's just no problem at all. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. Now the other thing is, what about winter time? Gets cold here, down 0 degrees, 2 degrees, 3 degrees. So you put a beanie on, nice warm beanie. Same thing, is it going to fit? Well, this goes up to size 61, remember? So let's adjust it out a bit further. Yep, still got a little bit of room. Beautiful.
As for the decals, they're not stickers and it's not painted on either. It's sort of etched into the plastic itself and it won't scratch off unless perhaps you take a tumble and end up on the helmet itself. How about the weight of the helmet? It's advertised at 220 grams. So we reset the scales and comes in at 216 grams. That's a very light helmet.
One of the things is coverage. How much of the head does it cover? And some people go on about the back of your head as well. I mean, if you're going to take a tumble, well, but no, that's okay. So you compare it to the other helmets. Actually, this is probably shallower at the back, the laser, and the old Giro Livestrong. Yeah, that one probably goes back a little bit more. So that's as far as the back of the head. They're all starting to be pretty much a muchness now, helmets, aren't they? So, that's no problems with this one. Yep. No problems with the back of the head coverage anyhow. Negatives, are there any negatives? Well, I really can't find any. I can't think of any negatives with this helmet. The only thing, if you want to nitpick, is these pads here. If you want to replace them, you can't actually buy your UTAKFI pad set. Do you ever replace your pads in your helmet? I'm not sure. I mean, all the helmets I've had, you can probably buy the laser pad set, but once your helmet gets over a certain age, then they change the design and the pads are different anyhow. I've never replaced pads in my helmet. Have you ever replaced pads in your helmet? I'm not sure. I don't think that's a big issue. I mean, these are Velcro in, so you can probably put some other brand pad in there or make your own, snip some up with scissors and that. If you need to replace them, I mean, goodness me, these pads usually go on for years anyhow. As long as you wash them regularly and they're fine.
So this helmet's made in China. If you're not sure where your helmet is made, you can go to helmets.org and here you'll find an extensive list of pretty much all the helmets available on the market today. This is the site's introduction and it says by default all helmets we list are made in China. And if your helmet isn't made in China, chances are components like buckles and straps still are. So the Italian brand Laser makes this helium, but where's it made? China.
One thing that did impress me was the fact that this is how it came inside the bag. I've already undone it, of course, and inside this weird long bubble encasement, which is almost a helmet in itself. So you have to take that out. Look at that. That's amazing. And then in some bubble wrap, and then inside, I guess it's final plastic wrapping. That's how it came. So if your helmet doesn't come to you perfect out through all that, I don't know how you're going to get it, but that's how it came. Excellent. Okay, so it doesn't have MIPS, multi-directional impact protection system. Oh, and it doesn't have Rolly Sys retention system. Oh, and it hasn't got detachable airfoils for better aerodynamics. Oh, and it hasn't got an eco leather chin strap. But what do you expect? It's not a $300+ helmet, is it? But what I can tell you, for $29, and I've worn this 4 rides now It's probably the best value for money helmet that I've ever bought anyway. So I would have no trouble in recommending it. Just the funny name. UTAKFI. UTAKFI.
Average of 28. Yeah,
There you go.
28 average.
28 average,
92 and a half.
92 and a half,
1130 metres of climbing.
1130 metres of climbing.
Don't anybody see what you do to them? Yeah.
And none of us are under 50. Most, probably half of us are over 60, and some, 69 I think the oldest.
We could see you
Maybe,
on
yeah, something like that. Anyhow.
The covers for another coffee too.
Helmet's still going.
If we tell you that, you get upset.
I'll let you get 150 minutes when I get it up for you. Almost quicker than you just than I can.
Yeah,
My knees are freaking.
I
yeah.
didn't do much on the way back.
Very happy with this helmet.
It's a big rod for me, 88
88k, yeah, since you haven't ridden for how long?
10 days.
10 days.
Last Tuesday.
Slack.
There you go.